Hi, I'm Lalitha and I'm one of the dietitians.
And I'm Chef Paul Shufelt.
So on this plate here, I see we have a variety of different cuts of steak. One thing I love about steak, it is a red meat, so it's very high in iron.
You bet it is. I wanted to show these three steaks because I wanted to talk about the differences when you're purchasing them at the grocery store. Let's start here at the top with the sirloin. The thing about the sirloin is it looks like a good steak. A lot of people, when it's in this cryovac pack at the store, think, wow, it looks so nice. But there's a couple of things to consider. One, it tends to be a tougher steak. Two, it tends to be sinewy. There's some sinew throughout. We've got some sinew around the outside here as well. I'll just give that a turn. You can really see that. That's going to create some chewiness. Having said that, there's not a lot of intramuscular fat, and it tends to be a little bit on the dry side. It can be a little bit on the dry side if you're not careful.
So we want a little bit of intramuscular fat.
A little bit of intramuscular fat or marbling is okay. So then we're going to move into another cut that, these are sort of the top cuts. You'd have tenderloin in there as well too, but the one that I really prefer would be the strip loin. So when we're talking about the strip loin, you've got that nice strip of beef. Around the outside, you're going to have that little bit of fat cap, depending on who the butcher is. Some of it's going to be, or most of it's going to be cut off. Some leave it thicker, some don't. And then on the inside, you're going to have a little bit of marbling throughout. As you can see here, just inside the fat cap, we do have a little bit of sinew. That's fine there because we can clean that off when we're either before or after we've cooked it, depending on our preference. What you want to avoid is that sinew. When you get towards the end cut of a strip loin, it tends to move into the steak. And when you start getting those pieces of sinew throughout the steak, that's when you're going to get a really tough steak. So that's something to look
chewy.
Chewy, exactly. So you want to avoid the sinew, but you want to look for the little flecks of fat. So a lot of people confuse they see a big piece of sinew and they think, oh, there's fat inside. It's going to be flavorful. You're wrong. You got to watch that.
Okay.
Then there's a third cut here that we talk about as well. This would be the chef's cut, or most chefs, I would say 9 out of 10 chefs would use that as their favorite cut, would be a ribeye. Reason being, it has a fair amount of fat. Got a beautiful lip on the outside here. It's probably one of the most tender pieces of steak you'll ever have on any cut, but it does have a lot of fat on the inside. And unlike the strip loin, you definitely can't get rid of it before you cook. There is the option to cut around it after you cook, but you're definitely going to lose a lot of the steak. So if you're looking for the full fat, full flavor, a little bit more chew, ribeye is a good choice. But if you're looking for that healthy option at the grocery store and a good balance of tenderness, so I like to lean towards the strip loin.
Perfect.